The Cowboys are expected to interview Robert Saleh. This is their first known request. They're also going to interview Kellen Moore for their head coaching position. Matt, what is your thoughts on this? Do you think Robert Saleh would be a good replacement for Mike McCarthy in Dallas? I wanted to show this before the Jets' defensive ranks before they were fired. Before he was fired, first in yards per play, first in yards and pass attempt, or second yards and pass attempts, second opponent yard per game, and then fifth in opponent points per game. So, Matt, would Robert Saleh be a good fit in Dallas? As a former Jet yourself, a former New York Jet.
No. Think about how shitty it is to be a Cowboy fan. Mm-hmm. You think that you're going to get Deion Sanders as your coach and you're going to trade for Shador, but in actuality, you're probably going to get like Saleh or Kellen Moore. Oh, that would be incredible. Kellen Moore, or and I don't fucking know who wants that job. When Jerry dies, maybe that somebody will want to take that job, but no one wants to take it now. So, look, the Cowboys are in the same hole the Raiders were in when they had the Crypt Keeper, and he would just stay alive. It's time to either retire or move on, some bitch, so we can try and find somebody else to run things. But then now you're just going to have Baby Jones stepping in, just like we had Baby Haircut step in with the Raiders and take over that job. So I wouldn't want Robert Saleh as my head coach. The Jets absolutely were a shit show under that guy. No one respected him. He had no authority. Nobody listened to what he said. He was constantly getting out coached. He can't develop quarterbacks. He's just a rah-rah defensive guy. And that's cool. That's cool. I'm a rah-rah coach. I like to think I can develop the shit out of people, but I'm also a rah-rah coach. But I wouldn't walk in and be like, I know everything about the passing game and all the route tree combinations, and I'm going to take over the entire offense, and we're going to run it my way. Nah, motherfucker, we need to work together. I'm trying to learn shit. So they need to go. Firing Mike McCarthy is so stupid. You have to take into account who are you getting. Just firing guys to fire them is allowing. The minute Mike McCarthy gets fired, he's got interviews set up all over the place, and somebody else is going to get a good coach. And I'm not saying he's a great coach, but he's won a Super Bowl. He's won more Super Bowls than all you people in the chat. So keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. All right, so he might not be as shitty as you think he is. Yeah. He might have just had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, two of the most underachieving playoff quarterbacks in the history of playoff quarterback play.
Yeah.
So, maybe he ends up going to the Bears and turns them around because he is a good football coach. So I don't know who the Cowboys are going to hire, bro, but it's just the revolving door. And here's another question I have for everyone. Why don't we have a little meme or whatever about Coach Prime getting an interview? That's because he hasn't gotten one. No. Yeah. Because he hasn't agreed to it and or been asked to go interview yet. Everybody thinks he's going to be the coach.
This is all I've seen on it because, all I see is noise on Twitter. And so this is the actual what I've seen. Jerry Jones.
Mutual interest. I love that.
Huh?
I love when people say there's mutual interest.
Mutual interest, yeah. While a formal interview hasn't been scheduled yet, I'm going to repeat this again. While a formal interview hasn't been scheduled yet, there is mutual interest. This is from Jordan Schultz. So,
I think Jordan Schultz might have his head cemented in his ass. Although, look, a lot of these reporters have become clickbait reporters.
Yeah,
or they're just trying to put something out there that gets a lot of interaction so they can get a cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching off of it. One of the reasons why I'm so pissed off about TikTok. Do you think TikTok is really going to get banned?
Can we a short time? Trump gets in office Tuesday, right? He says he's going to bring it back, so I don't really think it's going to be
That's a big fucking check. That's a big-ass check every month, and all I do is hit send, and it took me forever to get to 309,000.
Yeah, your TikTok is huge, man.
What the fuck, dog? Don't just be taking it away just because you are because the communists over there won't work with the communists over here. At least we're getting some Americans in office again.
I think there's a lot of noise along TikTok, and I'm sure it'll be bought or some shit's going to happen. Or I saw that Trump is
You don't want that. You don't want that.
That's not the Josh Bailey. Josh, we appreciate you watching.
When you only stick your dick in a blender once, bro, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening. I don't think Prime's going anywhere. And Chris, I like that idea. Yeah, make me and Matt the reporters. That works. That works just fine.
Reporters for who?
We don't the new reporter, so there's no more clickbait bullshit on Twitter.
Oh no, I don't want that job.
Yeah, that is a nightmare job. You got to be on your phone.
No, I have no desire to go dick gaze every day just to get a story.
Yeah, that's
like walking. Like we could wait. This is why I never understood this about the locker room. Right. So here's a cool story. I don't know if it's cool, but it's funny. All right. So I start my career with the St. Louis Rams. All right, in Old Earth City, Missouri, and I never played for him because I got West Nile virus and almost died, and then had to go to the Jets. But that's a different story. So I'm in there, and it's our first mini camp, right? And all the veterans are there, and like Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce, and Warner was gone, but Marshall Folk was still there, and like we had Mark Bolger, and there were some vets on that team that were Hall of Famers, right? And I remember like the second day, the media availability comes in. And back in the day in college, media wasn't in the locker room. Like we would go locker room, you'd shower up and get done and then go to the press conference or walk outside and they'd be sitting there waiting to talk to you. So I'm walking and I'm sitting there getting undone. And I look over and Torrey Holt has his leg up on the fucking chair and he is just fucking going to town, drying himself off right in front of like Susie Colbert. And she's standing there, like looking at him eye to eye, and she's like interviewing him while his legs up, and he's just like drying himself off, and he's talking about the route tree or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on in the world?
That's crazy.
Like, what is happening? And like fucking Torrey Holt's like a tripod, so fucking shit's like flying all over the room. I don't know if it was really Susie Colbert, but the lady fucking reporter like is like fucking so hard, like those memes where the dude's in the fucking elevator and chick walks in with a fat ass and he's next to his girlfriend and he's like that's what she was doing, dog. Her like eyes were rolled up to the ceiling and she was like, oh, tell me about what it's like with Mark Bolger. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What a story. Good Lord.
Oh shit.
That's hilarious.
Like 7 years in the league, bro. It was like some guys even are dick gazers, and it's weird. Like if you're in the shower and you walk in and the guy's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're like, dick gazing. There's a dick gazer on every team. You just got to find out who it is. So I'm just saying, I don't know how we got to this. I don't know how we got to dick gazing. Thanks for throwing that out there, Bailey. Fuck, but I just wanted to say that.
Unbelievable. That's a great story, Matt. Man,